I think we are live.
No crap.
Awesome. I
Hey,
love being on the Goblins and Growlers Twitch channel right now. I feel like I'm breaking rules and nobody can stop me.
How do you feel like you're breaking rules?
Well, because like this isn't my channel, and here I am live on it right now.
Oh.
yeah, I feel like I'm in someone else's house,
Yeah, and
like
they've
eating their
left
food.
me. They've left me alone. Even yeah, like I got the keys to the kingdom, baby. It's like when you're.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like when you're borrowing somebody's car and you like speed for the first time in it, and you're like, ooh.
Speaking of Mike, oh, we already got Kurt. Hey, Kurt. Good
What's up,
morning.
Kurt?
All right, let's go.
My
Kurt.
morning voice. I just woke up. I'm trying to sound like Kurt. But
God, I wish.
important to mention, I'm pulling up the chat here for Growling Goblin Studios, and it says, please keep the chat PG-13. Mike.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why me? Why target me?
Mike. Also, Steph, but Mike.
It's only me when I get spicy.
Yeah, it's only me all the time.
It's too early. It's too early to go above PG-13 for me.
That's
too early for spice.
It's never too early for like spice though. I started reading Pride and Prejudice this morning on Swan's 2-year suggestion, and also because I've been watching Bridgerton. So I got my hair done this morning. I feel like an old lady when I say that.
Got my hair done, and while you were reading Pride and Prejudice,
went and got my hair set. And while it was processing, I was
Me
reading
too.
Pride and Prejudice, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I know this book is gonna get good. I've already got men. We got 5 daughters. I've already identified which of the daughters I am. It's obvious, the annoying one.
How have you not? All right, I've never read Pride. You know what? I might have honestly read half of Pride and Prejudice. I think it was a school assignment, and that when it was a school assignment, that usually means I would read half of it and then give up and read the Cliff Notes or something. So I'm just shocked as an avid reader and a fan of that time period. You haven't done the Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is that I'm not a fan of that time period. I haven't.
Gotcha.
I haven't previously
traditionally been a
that.
fan.
Yeah, because here's the problem: my teachers assigned me trash Victorian lit. Like we read
Pride and
Tess
Prejudice?
of the D'Urbervilles. No, we didn't get to read Pride and Prejudice in school. We read Tess of the D'Urbervilles and then Wuthering Heights, which in high school I was like, this book is solid trash. And then in college I was like, there's something to this book. And then I was like old and bitter, like 2-3 years after college. I was like, yes, Wuthering Heights, give it to me.
Kurt asked a great question. Does it pass the Bechdel test?
Not yet. It's all about men.
Classic.
Here's a random crazy thing. Like I said, I read half the book. I don't know if I've seen any of the movies, although I heard the most recent one's really good.
I like the most recent one a lot.
I've never seen any of them.
Fair, yeah. But there is a board game, a Pride and Prejudice board game that
Didn't we? Oh no, we saw Little Women.
Yeah, Little Women's great.
Oh wait, maybe that's what I'm thinking. The most latest movie. It's probably
Tony, you're getting me in trouble.
It's all the same to me.
I was like, why are you looking at me like that?
But there is a Pride and Prejudice board game that's surprisingly super fun. Like the theme, knowing the theme and understanding the theme and the characters adds an extra element. Not really knowing the theme, it's still a very fun game. You pick up enough. Basically, the whole point of the game is you're trying to marry the best guy. Like it sounds it's not Mystery Date, I promise you, but you're trying to build different characteristics. Every guy has different stuff that they like, and so you're trying to build those characteristics through the game and then marry the best guy. They're worth points and whatnot. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. I would sincerely highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know what else I'm excited for, Tony?
Are you about to show the love? What is this? What is going on?
The reason that we're here. Yeah, I figured we'd give a little preamble, get ourselves set up.
We just, yeah.
That's probably
why are we here, Steph? Great question.
Jumped right in.
Great question.
So me, Mike, and Tony. I almost introduced myself. Me, Steph, and Mike. Sorry, Tony.
Steph counts twice. Once Tony finishes his coffee, he'll join the party.
I'll be a Steph. I don't care. I've been called worse. So you, Steph, and Stephanie.
Me, Steph,
Yeah.
and Stephanie. We
And Pruggles.
are normally every other Wednesday night. We do InADDition. We find the treasure in the trash. Mostly, we just talk trash. It's a view style talk show. If you are new to us and our faces, but pretty much we just shoot the shoot and chat about all things on
Wait.
our minds. So that's pretty much what you're in for today on this very special stream that is benefiting one of the members of our community, Sonata, who passed away a couple weeks ago. And we are trying to raise some funds for all of those medical bills that make America talk about trash. So we've got the link on the screen as well as in the that's
Yeah,
right.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Okay. I almost gave you all my Twitch login. Sorry. Thank you. So go ahead. We've got a goal for the day. We're creeping up on it, but we want to jump out the gate strong. And there are some amazing streamers coming at you today. We've got some games, we've got some art, we've got some other games, we've got some
art.
We've got a really good lineup for today. So hopefully your Saturday is ready to watch some streams and support a really an amazing person who meant a lot to a lot of us. The internet community is wild, and it's amazing how much you feel like you get to know people even just without ever having met them in real life before. And Sonata was one of those people that we all kind of felt like was such an important part of the community. And who we miss. So go to that link, give all your money.
That's right. All of it. If
All
you've
of
got
it.
extra, put it in there. Put it in that link. Also, I have always wanted to do like a radio style telethon. So it feels pretty cool that we got asked to be part of this. Like, I feel really lucky. I know we joked about having the keys to Goblins and Growlers like car here, and we get to drive it. But like honestly, the fact that they trust us enough to be a part of this and get to celebrate Sonata and try to help out Craig is just so cool. So yeah, thanks to the Goblins and Growlers community. Thanks to all of you for watching and supporting. And yeah, you wanna kick us off with a thing or?
No, I'm gonna ramble a bit too because we got 2 hours.
Yeah.
It is super cool, and it's funny because we were behind the scenes planning. Oh, what slot can we get? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I can only make certain times, and I was frustrated, and I was like, why am I so frustrated? I was like, oh, it's because I want to do this. Like I'm excited to come and hang out and be a part of this. And you're right. It's the oddest thing to me as a content creator. The people that enter your lives and are a part of your I was a couple weeks ago, went back to like a TikTok that Sonata had commented on, and it's the weirdest thing. People, I think the Steph just said, touch your lives in little ways that you admittedly take for granted. You admittedly take it for granted. It's not like we talk every day. It's not like we're coming to my house. Nobody comes to my house, to be fair.
I was gonna say, Tony.
Yeah, let's not get crazy. But
he didn't even give us the real address to his house when we were supposed to go visit him.
Yeah.
He made us meet him somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll come outside. Like, just meet me here. I'll come outside, wear some comfortable shoes. But what was I saying? My mind gets. Oh yeah. Even though it's not someone that comes to your house, there's an influence, and there's it's just nice. Honestly, it's nice when people participate in what you're doing and are a part of it. And like I said, unfortunately, you take it for granted. So we're here to celebrate it. Let's go. We got a 2-hour block to wreck this shop.
We are driving this car into a dumpster. Drowsnut, sorry.
Oh, so normally we have a fourth. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Sure. So normally it is the three of our faces you see here and the star of the show, Emily Swan, a swan named Emily across the internet. She is unfortunately serving alcohol to middle-aged moms, I assume, all morning here, and cannot join us, despite, I'm sure, preferring to be here with us instead of there with them.
She will be
Uh,
here live later, though, with her doodle crew.
that's right. She will be taking part. What is that? The 8 to 10
I
slot?
think so.
Just stay all
Um,
day so you don't miss it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
stay all day.
Honestly, don't miss
Every
it.
hour, check in to see if Swan's here.
Even if you just ask, "Hey, is Swan here?" and then drop another $20 into the tiny.cc/Sonata link, that's
Yep.
fine too. Just keep it rolling all day. And when Swan gets here, drop 40. Right? That's how you do
Yeah.
it. Double for Swan, single for everybody else. Bless you.
That's fair. I mean, as much as I want to not like that, that's fair. Let's be real. Mike, I got one more question because some people in chat have asked,
Yeah.
why are you in jail?
Steph put me here. So Steph said, I don't want COVID. And I said, well, I've got it. So what do you want to do about it? And she said, go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Donate $200 to tiny.cc/Sonata. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to put $200 into that link because I am in COVID jail. And so, yeah, I am currently experiencing the body evacuation symptoms where anytime I take a sip of water, the nose faucet turns on. So you may see me turn off my camera occasionally, grab a napkin, put myself on mute. It's just COVID stuff.
We're here
Luckily,
for it, man. Like, we're
uh,
gonna ASMR this bitch. Can we say that? PG-13? Yeah.
I am fully vaccinated. I am boosted, so I am hopeful that this will be the worst of it for me. Fingers crossed. But yeah, this is why I am in jail here. Also, the bedroom that I am quarantined in is not set up as a streaming space, and so I didn't want to share that with everyone here. So
Again, because he got bullied so bad for the last time.
yeah, yep, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna
Great
kick things
questions,
off
though, Tony. Great
today.
question.
We're gonna kick things off with an ode to Sonata because she was the self-proclaimed movie casting czarina. I believe her Twitter bio was "Don't cast movies without me, without my permission." So we wanted to do a little classic movie recasting segment, just to kind of play into that and talk about some films, talk about some actors that we love, talk about some movies that we love. So if you have suggestions for movies that you want us to recast, I cannot promise that we will do them because likely one or more of us has not seen them. I almost said read them, but
Doesn't
yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter. We'll recast it anyway.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, we could do it.
yeah. So we're gonna start with the one that I think is the most obvious and should also never be recast or redone, but that's fine because we're gonna do it anyway. And it is The Princess Bride.
I love this.
And so I think that no, go ahead.
No, you go, please.
I was gonna say the only thing that I have certain in my mind is that Mandy Patinkin must play the grandpa. He must play the grandpa who narrates the story.
That's really good.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen The Princess Bride?
Oh my gosh, did we talk about this a couple weeks ago and I forgot?
I don't think we have because I was kind of embarrassed to mention it.
It's okay.
But it came up again with a friend of mine who's a bit younger, and so I always am like, have you seen this? Have you seen that? And they're like, no. And they're like, well, of course you've seen Princess Bride, right? You're older,
Of an
you've seen all
age.
these movies, you love movies, you've talked about No.
Tony, this is honestly shocking to me.
I know. I know. I know.
And I
And
don't want to
there's a-
shame you for it because like
You probably should.
I'm
No.
not that guy. I'm never gonna be that guy. But
No,
I
there was a
will
thing that I
say,
read on the internet a long time ago that was like the more, and this has to do with books, but I think it also applies to movies. You know, something like whenever you say, I can't believe you've never read this, or I can't believe you've never watched this, whenever you shame someone for not having seen things, that puts that person like feeling guilty for not having experienced
Mm.
something. When if you flip it and say, I can't believe you get to experience this for the first time, that gives them a sense of like wanting to experience that thing that clearly means so much to you. So that's how I've approached. I mean, that's been like a couple of years since I read that. And it was one of those stupid Facebook memes that I was like, that changed my whole line of thinking for everything.
I've never heard that, and I sincerely think that's amazing. I'm going to take that moving forward.
Yes.
With
I
all
think
that
so
being
fun.
said, me and Princess Bride, I will put the shame on myself.
That's fair.
To Josh's point, it's a totally fixable situation. Like, it's not hard.
No.
You know, and it's just sometimes there's a thing and you miss it, and you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know the Savage is in it, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll
He's
watch
the
it for
little
that.
boy.
Yeah.
Yep. Who's a good little boy?
Well,
Mike,
now it's
shut
weird,
up. It's too
right?
early for this.
Now it's weird. Now it's weird.
Yeah.
Help. Anyone? So here's my question. I think with this recast, are we pulling from any time period? Like, could we have Haley Joel Osment as the little boy? Not current, but like when he was
Sixth Sense, Haley Joel.
Yeah.
Mike,
What?
we can do whatever we want.
It's not even our channel.
We don't even.
We're not
live
actually recasting this movie. So you know what? If you want to put young boy Haley Joel Osment and old man Mandy Patinkin as grandpa and grandson, like, we can time travel. We can do that.
I just wanted to see where, like, what the rules of this game are. You know what I mean?
No rules. No
All right.
parents, no rules.
Because I
You
would
guys
also
are
go
Too
with
much improvers with the rules. We don't.
I would also go with Dustin from Stranger
Diamond?
Things.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking, but like a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Like when he season 1 Stranger Things.
I think
he would
Haley
be
Joel
really
Osment
cute.
has a bit too much of the like. Maybe it's just because of the things that he's done, but he's
Innocence.
too like ethereal.
Yeah. That's a good call.
But Dustin has that little bit of snark that the
Mhm.
Savage had.
Fortune Winting says Gilbert Gottfried for Vizzini. Who was
Vizzini?
Vizzini, yeah.
He is. I guess we should pull up like who actually played these roles.
Yeah, should
I can't think of
we
his name.
share an IMDb page for Tony to see who's in this movie?
Yeah. I'm gonna put it in chat so everyone can see it.
Here's the thing.
Well, we can just share it on the
screen.
Screen.
Sure.
Much like with books, I know enough. I know about Princess Bride. I know, but like, have I seen it I've probably seen pieces of it, but never opening to closing credits.
Got it.
All right, so let's start with Carrie Ells.
We're gonna start with the main man himself.
Yeah, the main man. He's mysterious. He's handsome. He's romantic. He's farm boy to spoilers. I won't spoil it for you, Tony.
How old is this movie?
1987.
Oh my
God. It's a fun. I guess this isn't a spoiler. For our wedding coming up.
Wait, there's a wedding? Spoilers?
No, for Mike and my wedding. My bridesmaids are gonna come into the theme song from this movie, but in like an instrumental.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like dubstep version or something.
Yeah,
that's right. A Kesha cover.
I don't know dubstep.
Nailed it. So
exactly.
Kurt in chat says Orlando Bloom,
Mm,
which is a pretty good pull.
yeah.
I think that's a cool recasting of Wesley. I also personally I always wanted to see young Nathan Fillion as Wesley,
Ooh,
because
yeah.
he's got that chin that makes for like a storybook hero, you know?
I like that. I like young Nathan Fillion for this.
He's a little broader, but I mean, he starts off a farmhand, so it's not out of,
Mhm.
it's not out of left field that he would be strong.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Steph, who was your pick?
So I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I was just gonna wing this and see if someone came to mind. Uh, the only people that I have in mind right now, unfortunately, are Bridgerton actors.
Here we go.
But I'm gonna say, Regé-Jean Page would be an acceptable Wesley because he's a little maybe too like hard, but like I think that comes into play like later in the movie for Wesley. So I think that he has that like softness. He could have that softness to start and then kind of like make that transition
Steph,
upwards.
I meant to ask you, did you watch the premiere?
I've watched the first 3 episodes so far.
Okay, so again, something else I don't watch, don't keep up with, but a ton of friends were posting about it. A friend of mine apparently had a Bridgerton party. I was like, all right, cool. Then another friend said it reminded her of Taming of the Shrew. And I was like, oh, and like I didn't know if it was a legit retelling or so. I'll let you finish your. No, go ahead, because I've never seen you bite your finger. You got something. Go ahead. Is
So
it Taming of the Shrew?
I had not no, it's not. Just full stop. But what it is Much Ado About Nothing. If Hero and it's Much Ado About Nothing.
Got it.
If
Okay.
Benedict was trying to marry Hero,
Clearly.
like clearly understood.
Yeah, come on, obviously.
It'll mean something to some folks, but like season 2 of Bridgerton to me is characters as written, Benedict thinking that he should marry Hero, but like clearly Beatrice, because Kate doesn't care about Bianca
Oh,
in
no
Taming
way.
of the Shrew.
No.
She hates her sister because her sister's perfect. She doesn't have that kind of like maternal caring and like wanting to see her taken care of the way that Beatrice does for Hero. So it's a totally different relationship. And I understand like pretty perfect younger sister versus like shrewish older sister. And technically Beatrice isn't Hero's sister, but like they're cousins, but technically spoilers. Anyway.
So who's playing Wesley?
No, I'm not done. I got a story. I got a story before we go back to Wesley. So my friend mentioned that, and his friend's like a podcaster and does stuff at conventions and things. And I said, "Oh, are you a big Shakespeare fan? You know, like I may know someone you guys can talk about this stuff." She was like, "No, not at all. I just compared it to that one story." And then I didn't know where to go. Like I was asking for a reason, and she's like, "No," and I was like, "Okay, cool. Like, I hope you're enjoying your show." So yeah, that's it. All right, Mike wants to know Wesley. Paul Rubens. I'm doing Paul Rubens for every movie we pull up. That's Pee Wee
Steph,
Herman,
don't
by the
Google
way.
that.
Yeah,
It's Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman.
Honestly, that would change the direction of this movie a lot, I think. But I do think it could be a Pee Wee Herman movie. And if it were a Pee Wee Herman movie, he would be Wesley in it. So
Thank you. I appreciate you, man.
I can see this happening. It's a very different movie. We got David Diggs as an audience name from Lost Limey here from Craig.
I dig it.
Honestly, I could see it happening, especially like David with the long locks. Like
Yep.
would you're a pirate cap, like you're a pirate on a boat. Like I can see it. I can see it.
And also he has that like real teddy bear kind of softness and sincerity, but also like can be a little spice. I like it.
Yeah. Who's your Inigo?
Oscar Isaac.
Okay.
Ooh.
My Inigo, surprising no one, the pest himself, Jonathan Leguizamo.
Oh, John Leguizamo is so good. So good.
I've loved John Leguizamo since I first saw him, like back
Same.
in whatever he was doing, and
Romeo and
just
Juliet, Moulin
for me it
Rouge.
was the pest. The first time I saw him was the
oh
pest.
god, it probably was.
And that movie was fucking awful. Sorry, that movie now, guaranteed, is fucking awful.
Yeah,
Then it was like my favorite movie in the whole world. I was 13.
yeah.
Like it was right there. It starts with him counting farts in a shower.
Ugh,
Guaranteed it's awful. Like
confirmed it's awful. I've never seen it, but I can confirm it's awful. It's a good I don't know. I don't know. I
why?
don't
He was great as Tybalt,
he's a perfect Tybalt, but I think that
and he's funny.
but is he charming?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you seen his performance as the clown in Spawn?
No.
Tony, you're not helping me.
I think there's a softness about Inigo and a lack of confidence that I'm not sure I read as much in John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo to me exudes confidence.
I could see him. I could see him having some weakness, and I don't know if you saw that look on my face that like before Josh mentioned it, I had remembered. Oh no, the first time I probably saw him was Super Mario Brothers playing Luigi.
Yep.
But let's not take away. It's the total package that is John Leguizamo.
He
Yeah,
is
I mean,
wonderful.
Hanging with the homeboys, he was sensitive and naive in that. Like, he's really good.
No, I know he is. I'll take it. I'll buy it. I love Oscar Isaac, so I just want to see him do everything.
Yeah, that's also fair.
I mean, yeah. I personally would have Oscar Isaac as Prince Humperdinck, though, because I like him as a bad guy.
Are you thinking that robot movie?
Ex Machina?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that helps. He's just so...
oh my god, Browsna, get out of here. Get out.
Oh my god, Ben Affleck as Inigo Montoya.
Ben Affleck as Prince Humperdinck. Ben Affleck, I feel like, and I think I saw this in like a tweet or something about that movie that came out recently. It was a period piece.
Batman.
I don't think like it was like Ben Affleck has a face who that man has read an email. Like I don't think he can exist in a period piece because he just has like a modern face.
So I think Ben Affleck gets a rough go because he's not Matt Damon. You know what I mean?
And like, the Jennifer Lopez thing.
Well, sure, but like they're back together. It's fine. Better for forever. Like I feel like because he and Matt Damon came up together from the same general area, like they're poor guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just feel like
The Last Duel. That was the movie that I saw.
He's like second fiddle to the combo. Mike, I forgot that's your neck of the woods, right?
Yeah.
Are you big fans? Like, are you?
Of course, I have to be.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Like, you know,
I was raised Irish Catholic, Tony. I have to be a fan of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I have no choice.
I understand. Yeah. Back to Oscar Isaac. Sorry, I didn't. You know.
I think I just think I like him a lot. I can see John Leguizamo though. I'll give you that. If you give me Timothy Chalamet in 10 years as Prince Humperdinck.
Oh, so now we're wheeling and dealing. I didn't realize. But again, I think we need a distinction on Oscar Isaac. There's a lot of people wondering, is it full Dune beard Oscar Isaac
Ooh.
or Poe
No one can
Dameron?
handle.
Poe Dameron, like 5 o'clock shadow. Oscar
No
Isaac.
one can handle Daveed Diggs and full beard Oscar Isaac in the same movie.
Gotcha. Like they can't. Like don't even make. Just no. It would be dangerous.
Yeah, it would be dangerous. I do think that's why we need. Yeah, we need John Leguizamo to bed. Not that John Leguizamo is not attractive. Not that he's not attractive, but it's not like looking at Oscar Isaac in Dune.
What if John's watching this? Like, oh, cool, a charity stream. This sounds cool. I love movies. Spawn? Hell yeah, I was in that. Let's talk about it. And then we just crap on him. That wasn't me, by the way, John.
Yeah, no, John. Like, I think you're super hot. Oscar Isaac on stilts as Fezzik.
Even Dune couldn't handle full beard Oscar Isaac.
It's true.
So my Fezzik pick, I know
we're not there yet.
All right, fine.
Calm down.
We won't go out of order.
Yeah, calm down. We're on Prince Humperdinck. It's Timothy Chalamet in 10 years.
Okay.
I'm fine with that, honestly.
Okay, great. I just think he's got that, like, he like looks like a real butthole.
But I think it'll have to be like 40 years because I do not believe he ages. I think Timothy Chalamet is like the new. I think he's the new Keanu. I just don't foresee him aging. Period.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
IMDb. Why is Robin Wright so low on this list of credits?
It is the movie credits order.
Yeah, okay, movie credits. I have a question for you. Why is Robin Wright so low on this list of credits?
Because she was probably getting paid the least.
Probably.
Of everyone above her. That's probably how that was organized. Usually
Fred Savage sits in a bed for 95 minutes. Robin Wright face off. Ugh.
Fred Savage is in like 10 minutes of the movie.
Usually but Fred Savage, this isn't an excuse, but Fred Savage was, in what year was that?
87.
Was Wonder Years hot yet? I don't know if it had come out yet. But no, truthfully, and I'd be curious, we can go back. She probably got paid the least. She's the main woman and the first woman listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people deep.
Wonder Years was 88 to 93.
Yeah.
So Savage hadn't quite hit yet.
No, but he had been in a couple of different things. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You're telling me about the Savage's filmography? It's the only reason I'm here. I haven't seen the movie, but I'll talk about Savage.
I can't wait for you to watch this movie now and just have these conversations in your head while you're watching. Okay. Count Rugen. Big old baddie. 6 fingers on his right hand.
I can't remember who this guy is, but thank you for reminding me. Yeah. I said what I said.
Yeah. It's just like a mediocre bad guy.
Yeah. The mini boss.
Yeah, mini boss.
Honestly, and tell me if I'm wrong here, but Count Rugen, I think, could be played by anyone.
I think so too, including Bo Burnham.
Which I think is amazing. Amazing.
You're right, Glaucon123. He is a mad scientist. He's not mediocre. I didn't mean mediocre. I meant like when Mike said mini boss, that locked it in for me. I was not trying to say that he's mediocre, just middle of the evil scale.
Like, I don't know. It's just, you know what? I'll take Bo Burnham because I was like, man, Christopher Guest. I really like Christopher Guest. I don't know if I want to I think that would work.
Yeah, I think it would work.
Please,
I'll take it.
for the love of all that is whole, I will literally walk out if both of you say you haven't seen this. Please tell me at least one of you have seen Best in Show.
Oh,
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. I didn't want to leave. I was enjoying myself.
hmm
And I would have
Michael
come back.
Fassbender is also a good pick for Count Rugen.
Yeah, Colin
Um,
Jost is a great call, Kurt.
Great call.
Like basically just like a mediocre white guy. Feels like, you know,
Poor Christopher Guest.
which honestly, that's
Fassbender
the
for
thing that's
anything
crazy to
except
me.
Macbeth, because Fassbender's Macbeth I got through 10 minutes of, and that's even less than I got through of Denzel's. So
Yeah, but was he wearing sweatpants in it?
no.
Of course not, because otherwise you would have stayed for the whole thing. Just saying.
Mike, is there? I mean, we'll put the show on hold, but between me and you, man, you good? Everything all right? Okay. Just want to make sure. Sometimes, just making sure you're good. That's it. Just a mic check.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
1, 2.
No. Wallace Shawn as Vicini.
Can we not replace him? Like, I know it's the game, but like, it doesn't matter. We do whatever we want. Remember?
Oh, you're right.
God, he's
he passed
is.
away recently. Oh,
then lock it in.
He's so good.
He's so good. I think a character like this is one of the like irreplaceable. Oh my God, Michael Cera.
Until Kurt's.
Yeah. Fuck. It is Michael Cera. It is. It's either Michael Cera or you take it a totally different way and he's like actually kind of like unsettling and weird and dark, and it's Jason Bateman.
I was gonna say, and it's Michael Cera.
Someone earlier said Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, that would also be acceptable. But I feel like Wallace Shawn is the like family rated Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes. I was gonna say the good version. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they're evil twins of each other.
Do you guys know? I don't know if this is common knowledge or if it's just because I work there. The Gilbert Gottfried, Aflac insurance story.
No.
I'll make it quick. All right. So So I used to work at Aflac Insurance, which is known for the duck.
Yeah.
If you anything, they have the duck, and the duck only says one thing. It's Aflac, Aflac, Aflac. Gilbert Gottfried used to be the voice of that duck.
Right.
He got paid like, I don't know, like $100,000 a year to be on retainer to say one word. Aflac. But to be fair, like it was that Gottfried pitch. There was something about it. It was just perfect. Right. Well, Gilbert Gottfried one day decided around the times of the tsunamis in Japan to make some jokes on stage about the tsunamis in Japan. It was an inappropriate joke. It was an okay joke, but highly inappropriate considering this one fun fact that a lot of people wouldn't know. 75% of Aflac's business is in Japan. So they literally, I was working there at the time. They literally fired him the same day. The clip came out of him on stage telling a joke. And again, Japanese culture, very big on respect. That's highly disrespectful and rude. And so again, there wasn't even a discussion. Wow. They fired him that night. And then like the following week we're looking for a new voice of the duck. So that was it for Gilbert Gottfried, but
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Also, like, makes sense. Business, baby.
Oh yeah. It's funny. I'll never forget as a comedian. Well, I'm not a comedian. As someone who loves comedy, I'm on the side of, hey man, jokes, there's a time and a place and a certain stage, and it's all jokes. It's okay, but not when you're tied to a business, Yeah. Had he made that on his own, hey, sure, whatever. But
don't worry, Tony. You're always a joke to me.
What?
Andre the Giant, who I didn't know until now, was named Andre Rene Rustimov.
Oh yeah, he's French.
So
he really is. Andre the Giant. Do you?
Sorry, Rustimov did not sound French to me, but now I thought
he was. I thought he was a bit, because I kept up with him as wrestling. Did you know him as a wrestler?
Yeah, I knew him as Andre the Giant.
I only knew him as Andre the Giant. My pick for Fezzik is Ving Rhames.
Ooh.
I think
Yeah,
he's
he's fair.
so like when I think about Andre as Fezzik, I think about that imposing size. I think about the that's all it is, right? It's just a brick wall of a human being. And for me, my generation growing up watching movies, the brick wall of a human being is Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
Like he's just so freaking huge.
I'm gonna
And
go.
gentle.
I would. Are you guys mixing up? Maybe you're not. But my vote is Michael Clark Duncan. And I
Ooh,
was gonna
also
ask,
a
are you
good
mixing up
choice.
Ving Rhames with Michael Clark Duncan? Because I think Michael Clark Duncan is much more softer and nice, and
True.
Ving Rhames
He's
has some
definitely
roles
softer.
as a badass. Michael
Yes.
Clark Duncan was never a
Is just always a
badass.
good guy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think Michael Clark Duncan is a better pick for that. I
Wow.
can see I can see Ving Rhames like being able to act it, but I think that with Fezzik, like I don't think Andre the Giant acted in that entire movie. So I think that might be where the distinction comes in is that Michael
Right.
Clark Duncan seems like a gentle man, like as a
Yeah,
person, and
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't.
He would just have to show up on set.
Mhm. Yeah.
Can I? Oh, that's right. This is just live. I was like, oh, for the podcast, do I need to read this? But we're just live. So you know what? I'm not.
We don't even have to read it.
That was so good.
We can just
Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Thanks, Kurt. The Hound, the dude who played the Hound. I don't know that guy's name, but he also is good from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm. I do not get even of like an inkling of kindness out of the guy that played the Hound. Like he's so intense looking all the time. But
As is the Mountain. They're both.
yeah.
I don't see either of those dudes.
But
I'm
like
sure they're the nicest freaking
guaranteed.
people in the world,
Guaranteed.
but I don't see that. Like I'm like, oh man, those guys.
Right.
Oof.
But like even in like Ving Rhames' toughest roles, when he smiles, it's a disarming smile, right? Like he's like that's when it like hits you that like, oh my god, this guy is a real like a stone cold killer. Because when he smiles, you're like momentarily lifted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he
Vulnerable
does
for
some
a
evil.
second.
Yeah, and then he does some evil shit. And you're like, oh, like.
What evil Ving Rhames? When I go Ving Rhames, I immediately go to Mission Impossible, and then maybe it's just because Steph and I are here together. Arby's. So what like
No,
evil
because like
Ving Rhames movies?
he was a bad guy in Pulp Fiction, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. He's a bad dude, man.
All right.
I'm like, oh, now I'm just gonna silently think about that
Right.
as we do a live show.
I know. We've already said Dustin as the grandson.
But I
Robin
think
Wright
you're right. Let's do Michael Clark Duncan as
as
Fezzik
Fezzik.
because he's just straight up nicer.
Okay. So for Princess Buttercup.
All right. So I think this depends on who we are going with as Wesley.
David.
So if it's David, if it's young Nathan Fillion, or if it's Paul Rubens.
Well, I'll just say now, like whenever it's Paul Rubens, I'm not really thinking of actually casting. I'm just doing Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm not putting a lot of thought in this. If it's Paul Rubens, well, clearly it has to be Dottie,
Right.
E.G. Daly, Elizabeth
Right.
Daly. Like, yeah, it has to be her. But again, I'm not recasting. I'm just pulling people. I'm just recasting The Princess Bride as Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, all right. As long as
No,
we're
I'm
good
with
with
you.
it.
Yeah,
As
I'm
long as
with
we're
you.
good with it.
Wow. She was only 21 in this movie.
What go
Robin
back to
Wright is
that.
freaking incredible.
Go back to that. What did she do before Princess Bride?
Someone in chat said she had only done 2 things, and one of them was a TV Western.
I think
Hollywood
in
Vice Squad,
oh
The
boy.
Yellow Rose.
I think in retrospect, we now know who she is, Robin Wright. So it's like, oh wow, how could she, But at the time, it might have been warranted.
No, not with the size of the part in the movie, though. That's the thing that
Fair.
gets me. Like, I don't
And
care
to your
how
point, not under Fred Savage.
right, the amount of
know?
work that she does in the
Fair.
movie.
No, you're right. I agree with that. It's probably based. No, not even. No, I was gonna say it's probably based on money. But Fred Savage shouldn't have been getting paid more than her.
How
Yeah,
much
'cause-
I wonder how much Mandy Patinkin had done, because he's a Broadway star, but I don't know. Oh, I guess he had done
lot.
Broadway. He had done Broadway.
Stage, yeah.
An episode of Taxi. It looks like he had done some a couple TV episodes. And then just his
Yentl. When was Yentl? Before or after?
Oh, that's right. It was a movie, 83 before.
Yeah, him with wasn't that
Babs.
Barbara Streisand? Yeah.
If you've never seen, so this is for the Broadway crowd. If you've never seen his Sunday in the Park with George, if you've never seen his Move On with Bernadette Peters, it is one of the most transcendent things you will ever watch in musical theater. It was like a PBS Great Performances concert. It has a name. It's a concert. And he does Move On with Bernadette, and it is one of the most iconic things I've ever watched in my life. Anyway.
No, that's awesome. That I got distracted. Last time we brought in a recent favorite of mine who was in that Little Women, I believe, Florence Pugh.
Yeah,
who I've been obsessed with lately.
She's very good.
Yeah. That's what who's the other? There's another younger woman. They're coming up at the same time, and they're both on Hawkeye. Who was in Hawkeye?
Yeah. I don't think she'd be a good Buttercup. I can't remember her name. But I don't think she'd be good.
Thank you, Kurt. Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld. Yeah. They're both, I feel like, on similar paths. And yeah, we'll be getting a lot more from both of them.
So,
but Pugh.
When I think about Princess Buttercup, I think of someone who's like ethereal and gets stuff done. And so, like, because I want to put her in everything, it's Zendaya. Like, I just want her to be in everything. And there's plenty of moments where Buttercup's like, no, I can do it myself. And that's a real Zendaya mood.
Yeah. I can see it. I feel like that's why I was surprised. That's why I looked up how old Robin Wright was. I feel like Zendaya reads so young. Sure. And I know I put, like, if we maybe fast forward a few years, she has the Timothée Chalamet effect of, like, I don't think she's ever going to look like an adult. But yeah.
I'm sure Spider-Man didn't help. And because in my head, I was like, I need to see Zendaya in more stuff. The little bit I've seen her and I've liked. But to your point, Steph, to me, I look at her and she's like a young, not a young child, a young woman,
Yeah.
Like a teenage, like not old enough to drink. Like I feel like she's,
and that's why I was saying it depends on who the Wesley is, right?
Who would you put Zendaya with?
Well, I couldn't put her with either of the like any of our choices for Wesley.
Right.
You put it with Paul.
Nope.
No.
I feel like he got in trouble for something.
No,
I know. That was different.
Yeah, we can put Tom Holland as Princess Buttercup.
Honestly, after his lip sync dance.
Honestly, yeah.
Andrew Garfield has a new dramatic thing out that looks super good.
Tick Tick Boom?
No. Like a TV show, like
we haven't been able to watch Tick Tick Boom yet because I can't handle it yet.
Yeah, Steph.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to watch it because I know the musical so well, and I know what it's about.
Like you
and I
can't
know what it'll do to
handle
me.
the emotional element,
Yeah.
or got it.
I still haven't watched Soul because I know what it's about, and I'm not ready for it.
A friend of mine watched it, and again, a little bit. Yeah, so Rent. I'm not a big stage guy, Broadway guy, but Rent hit. I guess for me was 97, 98 ish. So like high school. So all the theater folks were talking. So I knew enough to be dangerous. And my friend was like, "Oh, I watched Tick Tick Boom." I was like, "Oh man, it's probably rough, right?" I was like, "The idea that the dude did this and that and didn't get to see this and that." She's like, "I had no idea about none of that." I was like, "Oh man, he went in blind." I'm so sorry. Like that. Oh, that ruins a day. But yeah, so when you have no idea, it's I don't know what's worse.
Yeah.
The emotional element of already knowing what's the dread, or being blindsided.
That's fair. That's fair.
Or it sucks both ways, but
Right.
does say it's good. All right.
I'm gonna throw in a my hat for Buttercup with Emily Blunt.
Oh, I love Emily Blunt also.
Okay.
I think that like 10 years ago, Emily Blunt.
I was gonna throw a curveball and say Issa Rae, because I think she's fucking hilarious.
I also like Issa Rae.
Zoe Kravitz just got a mention in chat.
I also love Zoe. I'm not just saying that. Like these are legit 3 in a row. People like, I'm like, oh, I'm always in. Always in.
Yeah, honestly.
All right. To be fair, Zoe Kravitz is I have a romantic crush on, but I also do like her work. Everyone else you just mentioned, I love their work.
Sure.
Kitty Buffet in the chat. Hi, what is up? Thanks for jumping in. We're having fun. We're getting crazy.
Yeah, Drelsna, I am gonna throw in my hat. I would be a great Princess Buttercup. It's true. It's true.
Honestly,
it's true.
I could see it. It is a.
I could play off of either Daveed Diggs or Nathan Fillion.
Well, I was gonna say with that, since we're pairing, does that make? Do we just go with Mike? Could Mike pull Wesley?
No.
And then
am
I fucking? Am I Count Rugen? Vicini? Yeah, I don't know.
Never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Just kidding. Throwing in my hat for Vizzini instead. Take that.
Yeah, let's get real. If I'm playing anyone, it's Miracle Max.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. It's recasting Buttercup is tough because Robin Wright is like so the correct choice.
This whole thing is tough because this movie is so iconic that it just is perfect. It's perfectly cast. So I think this was like the best and worst choice to go with. Because it is a movie that should never be recast, and that's why we can do it.
Speaking of perfect, this is the perfect time to remind everyone to go to https://tiny.cc/sonata and donate money now to help a friend of the community. And I mean, American healthcare system is garbage, y'all. So let's be homies. And tiny.cc/sonata. Thank you.
Thank you.
Where's the banner? I'm digging through I'm like, oh no.
It's the top show love.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. Awesome.
Ooh,
all right.
Matthew Berry as the albino is really good.
Matthew Berry. I don't know who that is. I don't know who anyone
Yes,
is.
you do.
You'd know him if you've seen it. Yeah.
Matt Berry.
like how we both
American writer.
Hey, I know who that is. No, the other Matt. But Matt Berry, British actor.
Berry, yeah.
British comedian. I like how it was like, I don't know who that is. Both of us. Oh. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. But to be fair.
Yep. That's fair.
I was gonna ask. It's funny Josh brings that up. I was like, God, do you think this will ever be remade? Could it be remade? Not could they physically do it, but when they pose the idea out there, would the world, would the internet allow it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Yeah. I can't see them not, just because the amount of money is too big to not. But they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And that means they will, right?
I just
But
came up with
I don't think they remake things that don't have series potential anymore. Like the reason they remade Ghostbusters is because they could remake Ghostbusters again.
5 more times. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I just came up with something that I would love, and I'd be curious. I'm going to say it. I'm sure someone's going to steal it. It's going to be the thing, but I'm saying it here first. Movie theaters are in trouble. Movie theaters have been slacking. They're trying to churn out movies at a ridiculous rate. We're getting a lot of garbage. Why don't they just re-release old stuff? Put Princess Bride in the theater for a month. I'd go see that. Even if I had to, you'd go see it.
Draft House does that.
Yeah.
Alamo Draft House here in town. They are constantly playing classic movies, and it's awesome.
It seems like and Hee Buffet said the same thing. Some theaters do that. Usually the little art house ones do it, like your Carmike's, your Carmike doesn't even exist anymore. Your Regals, your AMC's. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. I'm sorry. Let's get to he be, not he. I'm so sorry. Apologies in all sincerity. Yeah, I did like if that I'd go next week. Like I've been wanting to see this is in the theater. I'm there.
They do Draft House does quote alongs of like cult movies all the time. So they did one with Scott Pilgrim where every time Scott beat an evil X, you would throw plastic coins into the air. And so the whole crowd erupted in coins every time a bad guy died or whatever. Like it was awesome. It was so fun.
That, Chris.
I would not recommend Tony going to something like that for The Princess Bride. I think someone said it in chat a couple weeks ago that the movie was ruined for them because they watched it with people who just quoted along the whole thing.
I get it. But I mean, I do think it's fun. Also, I've been to some of those. There was a very good art house theater in LA that I live next door to, and stuff I had seen, like I went and saw Goonie. It's fun, but yeah, the first time
if you have seen it, not for like the first time experiencing it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, Plant Light just came on. Good morning, plants.
And I know we lost Mike. His nose is probably running. Hey, do we want? Okay, let's throw the banner up. I'm gonna get some coffee real quick. Take a quick.
Yeah, let's take a quick little break.
My coffee's like right there, so I'll be right back.
Ooh, that's not what we're not building a reading list.
You're always building a reading list. So yes, please go to that while I go get some coffee and donate whatever you can. I always tell people like, dude, do you have $1? And a lot of people are like, I don't want to give $1. That's cheap. No, it's not. $1. If everybody gives $1, it adds up. And if that's what you can give, that is awesome and it's highly appreciated. So even if you can do $1, go to tinyscc.com/Sonata and I will be right back. Again, Hebe, so sorry, not hee. Okay, I got it now.
So while the boys are away, I can talk more about The Princess Bride because this is my favorite movie of all time. I have a strict I won't watch the movie until I read the book rule, which the only thing I've ever broken it for is Lord of the Rings. Finally, last year, I was like, I'm not ever going to read Lord of the Rings. I've tried to read The Hobbit 3 times and I can't get past the Eagles. It's so boring to me. And I understand that I'm coming from a place of like, I do Shakespeare and everyone else thinks that's boring. So like, I'm not trying to attack people who love Tolkien. It's just not for me. But I didn't realize that The Princess Bride was based off of a book until well after it was my favorite movie. And I read it in high school. And it is, if you haven't read The Princess Bride, the book, I really recommend it because it's very different from the movie, but like it still has the same spirit and I really, really like it.
I have not read the book. I didn't know there was a book. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, shout out to the anonymous donor who just donated $53 43 minutes ago. We are now at $733 raised out of a total goal of $1250. If we hit that $1250, there will be an additional 2-hour stream tonight.
What?
So there's a
Hell yeah.
yeah, there is a like entertainment value to donating at
Yep.
tiny.cc/sonata, all lowercase. If you want to see people kind of continue to entertain you, feel free to donate there and keep this fundraiser going, keep this
Keep this party
telethon.
going.
Yeah.
Man, I was looking at the schedule and I was like, oh man, I know most of these people. I've met these people. All right, if you don't watch our show regularly, it's a thing that like I don't like people. I don't like the outdoors. I can't when I do meet people, I can't keep up with who, what's what, like so and then I'm not good with names. All right, fine. But then all you, I mean, all you content creators, all you folks like got regular names and then like streaming names. And I'm like, bro, you mean to tell me Craig is Lost Lights the same person? I had no idea. But as I was looking through the list, I was like, oh, I've met a lot of these folks, or I've interacted with a lot of these folks. And it reminds me again of how awesome the content creator community is. And a lot of these people I met at Dragon Con, and Dragon Con's also awesome. And it's just great. Like, I love it. I'm like, oh man, I know these folks, and everyone's doing their own different stuff. And I just love it. And that's what we're celebrating today. So yeah, let's keep it going. Do you guys want to play? Are we good with
I think we're good with
Princess
the Princess Bride.
Yeah,
I just want to make it like they're talking about the book in chat. William Goldman, the guy who wrote the book, wrote the screenplay. So I think that's why it has the same kind of feel. I think it's fair to say that the movie definitely streamlines a lot of the elements of the characters that like make them more likable or make them more like 90 minutes rather than the full 400-page book or whatever it is. So I do think that's fair, especially if you've loved the movie before reading the book. But I am a sucker for books, so I'm a simp for books.
I got a game.
I think
game
that's it.
Because I want to pit the two of you against each other. You're in separate rooms today.
Separate planets, Tony. I'm on the prison planet. Yeah. Outcast, alone.
Oh my God, what's your game, Tony?
Not the least bit dramatic. Man, let me tell you, that was the most dramatic last Wednesday or a couple days ago when we streamed. Oh boy, I really thought I'm like, yeah, he's so dramatic. All right, my game. Continuing with the theme of movies, actually, just the other day on our show, we talked about the Oscars. The Oscars are tomorrow, which a lot of people just completely forget about because it's kind of phasing away. So I have some movies, and I want you to just simply pick which one won the best picture that year. That's it. Sometimes it's clear as day. Sometimes, all right, first off, I'm starting with the very first Oscar, so it's not like you've seen it. Matter of fact, extra $20 to the chair. Have you seen any of these movies? So we're just gonna start out the gate. 1927, believe it or not, were the first Oscars, the first Academy Awards. And if there's any confusion, it's the Academy Awards, and they present the Oscar Award. So a lot of people will call it the Oscars. A lot of people call it the Academy Award. It's one and the same.
You know what is less confusing is the Tony Awards, where they present the Tony.
You know what? Well, first off, clearly that's a good choice, but no, I mean, it's stupid. Let's come on, let's communicate straight. But the Oscars, Academy Awards, I believe it or not, it's the same thing. 1927, the very first one. You had numerous silent films. You had Wings, the movie Wings, which was about war.
Not the TV show Wings.
Not the TV. That would have that swept.
TV show Wings.
Tony Shalhoub. What more do I have to say?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I love Tony. Tony Shalhoub for everything in The Princess Bride. Tony Shalhoub for Wesley.
Honestly, Tony Shalhoub would be a great Vizzini.
I'm in the middle of the newest season of Mrs. Maisel, and I hate how I think he steals the show. And I feel bad. I almost feel bad. This show's won a thousands award. They don't care what I think. But I'm like, this is Mrs. Maisel's show. This is, I don't even know the actress's name.
Because she's
like,
not Tony Shalhoub.
But I'm like, damn it. I'm just waiting. When you're just waiting, like, where's Tony at? Is he coming? But what's going on with Tony Shalhoub? I just love Tony Shalhoub. 1927, Wings. It was a silent war film. Seventh Heaven, also not the TV show, was a romance movie. And The Racket was a silent gangster film. One of those won the ever first Academy Award. Was it Wings, Seventh Heaven, or The Racket?
So I am going to have to choose Seventh Heaven because my mom used to make me watch that show every night at dinner for a while. She was feeling really like born again, rah rah. And so yeah, for me, the one that I am choosing will be Seventh Heaven.
I'm gonna choose Wings for Tony Shalhoub.
The logic a little twisted, but regardless, the answer is correct. It is Wings.
Fuck.
Wings was the very first Academy Award winner in 1927. The dad from Seventh Heaven got in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
For doing not good stuff.
yeah.
Jumping 1941 was the year Citizen Kane was nominated, arguably by cinephiles the greatest film ever made. And it was also up. There are other movies, but I'm just listening to. It was up against How Green Is My Valley, which I believe is a book.
It's pretty personal.
Don't worry about my valley.
Yeah, you focus
on your own valleys.
You focus on your own valley, please and thank you.
Was it Citizen Kane or How Green Is My Valley?
That one?
Yes.
I feel like this is a fake trick. I'm going with Citizen Kane.
I'm going with How Green Is My Valley.
It is a fake trick. It is How Green Is My Valley.
Wow.
Which Steph, 2-0 so far. I didn't plan on keeping score, but now we're doing it. Chat, can you keep score, please? We got Steph up 2 to Mike's. Mike has the foggy brain, so
That's right.
Oh my God.
But yes,
that's right. Everybody remember.
I included that because sometimes what wins Best Picture, funny enough, oftentimes gets forgotten. A lot of times people say the runner-up is the most memorable movie.
Like La La Land.
Yes. Yeah. I do not have that in the list, but Citizen Kane, again, arguably one of the greatest movies of all time for its technical reasons. The story is kind of boring, but it does so much technically that people still talk about it. Jump into the following year. This is what I call the Yankee edition. 1942. One of these movies won the Best Picture. Was it Yankee Doodle Dandy, The Pride of the Yankees, or Mrs. Miniver?
How was that last one Yankee related?
Mrs. Yankee Miniver.
You got 2 Yankee things, so that made it Yankees.
A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
There you go.
Ooh.
Or
Mrs. Miniver.
Chat, we got
wait, which one of them
says Pride of the Yankees?
I was gonna say, which one is closest to Damn Yankees?
Probably Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle Dandy is musical, right? Pride of the Yankees is actually about the
baseball.
Baseball. It might be. I think Pride of the Yankees was that Lou Gehrig?
Well, if it's about Lou
and Miss Miniver, I literally have no idea. I can tell you. I got it pulled up.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us the plot because
you want to know. Oh, is that gonna help? All right.
Yeah.
So, Yankee Doodle Dandy, you guys know, right?
No.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Oh yeah.
I
don't feather in my cap and call it macaroni.
Different.
Yeah, I put that in there because I was like, as soon as I say it, Steph's gonna sing it. Like we're gonna. So yeah, Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I was thinking the wrong Yankee Doodle. There's a weird movie. I literally can't remember what the movie is, but it's like a teenage private school kid who sings a funny rendition of Yankee Doodle. And I don't know why I brought that up. That's all that's in my head right now.
Yeah, Pride of the Yankees is about Lou Gehrig, who unfortunately passed away from his own disease, Lou Gehrig's disease.
That's not exactly how that works, Tony.
It's how I was taught. It's how I was taught. And then Miss Miniver is a 1942 American romantic war drama.
Ooh.
I will say, there's always war movies in the Academy Award. The Academy loves some war movies.
Well, it's part of the military-industrial complex. It's all tied together, Tony.
It's a little too early for that, man. I just got my second cup of coffee. All right, so one of those won Best Picture. One of those three.
I'm going with Lou Gehrig's movie.
Is that Pride of the Yankees?
That is Pride of the Yankees.
Well, I'm going to go with Yankee Doodle.
You're both wrong. It was actually Mrs. Miniver. Yeah, shocked me as well. In all sincerity, because Pride of the Yankees was a big movie. So we're gonna jump down to 1962.
Yo! Shout out Winton Bean with the $150 donation 10 minutes ago.
Hey,
with $100 6 minutes ago. We are at 983 out of 1250. We are so close to unlocking that late night stream very first thing. If we can do this before anybody else comes on, like the three of us are like, that's how you win a telethon, right? Like, is that how it works?
Yes.
Can you win a telethon, and B, is that how?
Yes and yes.
Great. So yeah, let's do that. Let's win this telethon.
Hold on. Yeah, let's I was like, I want to give as well. I was like, I'll wait till we're done. But no, now that it's a competition, I gotta make sure. In addition, we win ours. We're gonna get ours. It's because I'm a planner, so I want to know, like, is there a later thing or not? I need to know now so I can plan the rest of my evening. All right. While we do that, I'll give you another one. We're gonna jump a little ahead in time here to 1962. You guys, I'm sure, remember it fondly, like I do.
How could I forget?
You have To Kill a Mockingbird, based on the book, I'm sure. Another musical.
Imagine
Music Man.
Not.
The Magic Man? The Music Man.
Music Man.
What?
Kill a Mockingbird. Clearly based on the book, right?
Like, imagine if like different. Harper Lee, like Harper Lee writes the book and somebody writes a movie the same year and they both have the same title, completely unrelated.
Like, I understand why you would make that mistake as a very common misconception. However, this is the comedy To Kill a Mockingbird.
You know what my favorite part of teaching To Kill a Mockingbird in the past has been? It's when I get essays talking about the book How to Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird, The Music Man, or Lawrence of Arabia.
Ooh, Lawrence of Arabia. That one has the best music of all three.
Does it?
Yeah, it's very popular skating music. It's gorgeous.
Gotcha.
And The Music Man sucks. Sorry.
I'm going with The Music Man because Steph hates it and I love it. The train at the beginning of Music Man, the way they do it, it gets me every time. I'm such a sucker for it. And then
The Music Man is
talk a little, pick a little. Like, that one gets me.
Gets me.
I just like it. It gets me going.
Music Man is the first musical Mike and I saw together. That wasn't part of our college theater program.
And Mike remembers it fondly. And apparently, Steph not a fan.
Do you know why I hate The Music Man? It's the same reason that I don't like Phantom of the Opera. You know why that is, Tony?
Even if I did, I would say no, but come on, you know what I mean. Why is that?
It's because there's no part for me.
Okay. Got it. All right, I'm learning.
It's all about sopranos.
To be fair, Lost Limey said Marge versus the Monorail did The Music Man better.
True.
I mean, how can you argue? Hey, fun fact I just read
But
the other day. Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say, I will say that The Simpsons never tackled To Kill a Mockingbird. So if that's a point in my favor, I feel like that's a point in my favor, is what I'm trying to say.
They probably would have knocked that out as well.
Honestly.
Fun fact, Who Killed Mr. Burns? What is now closer to us currently present time than it was to the moon landing when it first came out. So like basically time's moving fast. The answer, I believe Steph said, was Lawrence of Arabia. When it comes to Oscars, always bet on Lawrence of Arabia. That was one of those, it won everything awards. Yeah.
It's because it has such good music.
All right, tough one. 1976 had both Rocky and Taxi Driver. But one of them, and only one of them, won Best Picture.
Taxi Driver.
Of the two, Taxi Driver should have won, so I'm going Rocky.
First off, a lot of people sleep on Rocky. Rocky is the later Rocky movies got silly.
Yes, the first one's really good.
Yes, and Sylvester Stallone wrote it himself and wanted to direct it, but he was a nobody. And so before he would everyone was going to buy the script, but he was like, no, I got to be in it because it's my movie. I wrote it. I want to direct it. And so he forced himself to be in it. I can't imagine anyone other than him as Rocky. And that year, Rocky won Best Picture.
Hey, I got one.
Yeah. All right, what's the score? Where are we at? 3 to 1?
To 1.
All right.
I got one.
I got
Tony, I stand corrected. The Simpsons finally did get around to Kill a Mockingbird.
Simpsons did it.
In 2018, though, so like it barely fucking counts.
Wow. I'm surprised it took them that long.
Right, exactly. They probably did it because the new one was coming out, and they were like, "Oh, I guess it's time to tackle this timeless classic."
All right, next on the list, 1977. This is a year you had many movies, including Star Wars. Star Wars, the very first Star Wars, nominated for Best Picture.
Really?
Yes. The special effects at the time were leaps and bounds beyond anything that had ever been seen. And then also that year, Annie Hall.
Ugh. I'm picking Star Wars just because I hate
Out of principle.
And I have
I mean, I'll take
I have
point.
A personal vendetta against Diane Keaton and her many high-waisted pantsuits. Like, listen, Diane Keaton, I would admire you for whatever if you didn't play the exact same character in every. It's like the Benedict Cumberbatch effect that he's the best actor ever when he's playing a sociopath. That's all he can do. He's not that great outside of that. But like Diane Keaton in every single movie that she does wears a high-waisted pantsuit and has an emotional breakdown where she yells and does a lot of that. First Wives Club is one of my favorite movies of all time, and the only thing I'll watch that Diane Keaton's in. And even so, she wears a lot of high-waisted pantsuits and has a thing.
Tony, I'm gonna pick Annie Hall.
So my new favorite thing is finding stuff that I didn't know would set Steph off. That set Steph off. Obviously I know, like if I'm going into the well, it's gonna be like, oh, let's talk about Lin-Manuel Miranda and how all this stuff sounds the same. So like if I want to get you going, little did I know when I made this list to celebrate the Oscars and movies and things that Annie Hall would be the one that would set you off. And then furthermore, you're like, okay, I got something to say. I was like, all right, well, here we go. We're going to talk about Woody Allen, right? Clearly,
I am also
Fucking
vehemently against.
Diane Keaton, that be like
I am vehemently against Woody Allen, but I think that's the obvious take here.
fair.
That's fair.
Fair.
Yeah, no one like I don't want to have to pick Annie Hall, but I do want a point. And so here we are.
Unfortunately, that year the winner was Annie Hall. So point for Mike.
It's fine.
Couple
I
years
gave that point away.
Couple years later, this is probably the first movie I remember watching and really being into. Nominated for Best Picture, E.T.
Oh, what a good movie.
The Extraterrestrial, which I cried so much as a kid that I don't think I've rewatched it as an adult. Like it's a sore spot.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't, we ain't trying to watch ET today. Like I can't do that. Not only did I love the movie ET, I distinctly remember I got chicken pox as a child and got an Atari with the ET video game, which is ironically the worst video game made of all time. And some ET shrinky dinks where you would make them and you put them in the oven and they would I'm showing my age, but anyway, it was ET.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Steph. Good
And, Shrinky Dinks. We used to do them for birthday parties. We would do little Ninja Turtles one and put them on the cake.
Yes.
ET. I have an Adventure Incorporated Shrinky Dink somewhere that it's like a little keychain, but the circle at the top. I wish I could find it. The circle at the top is a heart because Anthony's wife made them for Valentine's Day and sent them to us. They're really, really cute, but yeah, they're around.
Apparently they made a comeback in the 2000s. I did not know that.
Shout out to Anonymous with the $40, Jessica Stewart with the $50, and Kate Agnelli with the $25. We are,
you all.
Yes, thank you so much. We're at 1098 out of a 1250 goal. We are so close, y'all. You are about to unlock a 10 to midnight stream on the channel that I'm sure will be bonkers. I heard word on the street is that Phil from Botched had an idea for it, right? Honestly, like it's making me want to donate up to like $12.49, wait until 10:30 and then push over that, right? But like, who knows? We'll see. It's probably crazy. So we'll see. But thank you all so much for the donations. tiny.cc/Sonata.
Lost Army with not a useless fact, an awesome fact. When they first wrote ET, the candy of choice was M&Ms because ET loves M&Ms, but M&Ms said, nah, we're not trying to be in this weird alien movie, which is why they went with the not even popular then Reese's Pieces. Like, I love Reese's Pieces. I mean, I like most candy, but like I'll tear up some Reese's Pieces, but nobody really knew what, they were all about M&Ms. But anyway, so yeah, they went with Reese's Pieces. Did I already answer 1982 ET versus Gandhi?
No.
Okay. 1982 ET, which was my favorite, versus Gandhi.
Mike, I'll let you pick first.
You got to pick one. Yeah,
sure?
like one of those won Best Picture.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going. I want it to be ET, but Gandhi feels like the Oscar play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels like Tom Hanks' version. Like when Tom Hanks just started pushing out Oscar plays all the time. Gandhi feels like a movie that he would have tried to get involved with. So I'm going with Gandhi.
I'm going to stick with my boy ET. I'm going to phone this all the way into the wind.
Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately for a reason, it was Gandhi.
Unfortunately, it was stupid Gandhi.
Fortunately, no, because Ben Kingsley played Gandhi, and like, it's one of them things. At the time, it was fun, like when you look back, I'm like, I don't know if then.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Ben Kingsley played Gandhi. It was highly, highly regarded. I remember.
So is that part of the like?
But
part
hold
of
on,
the bit?
hold on.
Yeah.
I thought Ben Kingsley is Indian.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure Ben
I didn't know
Kingsley
that.
is
I didn't know
Indian
that.
because I looked it up after.
Let's do this now.
after Iron Man 3, I was like, "Ooh, that's messed up." But then I was like, "Oh, that's really interesting."
Oh,
Hold on, hold on.
So that was my question:
I
was
don't know.
is that part of the bit for him to play the Mandarin?
That's what I
Like,
thought. Like, that's why
Uh,
I think I remember him being
so his
Indian.
mother is English, and it says here his father, and I'm gonna butcher this, Guarati, with roots in Jangmanar.
His
you
I didn't
are.
know that.
his birth name is Krishna Banji. His father, Ramitullah Harji Banji. Oh, Kenyan born.
So it says here that the Gujarati people are an Indo-Aryan ethno-linguistic group who trace their ancestry to a region in the Indian subcontinent. I had no idea of any of that stuff. So, hey, man,
Yeah, English and
that
Indian
I
descent.
feel much better about that. I
Yeah,
sincerely didn't
West
know,
Indian. What?
and
yeah.
I learned something.
Western Indian.
Western
No.
Indian.
Not just a white dude.
Yes.
Correct.
Honestly, that's because that's what I thought. I was like, man, yeah, I had no
Yeah,
idea.
and so it looks like just from chat, he's got Gujarati ancestry, which also
Oh,
Gandhi
yo,
has.
yeah,
So
I really didn't know that. That's
yeah, and
I'm gonna
I
go read up
only
on that
knew that because I was like, "Yikes!" at the Mandarin.
after the Mandarin.
But like Mike said, the joke is that look at this white guy playing this character, but also on a deeper level, Ben Kingsley is like, and that's why I thought I remembered it because I did look it up after that.
So the Mandarin didn't bother me because well, once I saw the joke, like at first I was like, and then I'm
Right.
like, oh, okay, I get it. I see what they're doing here. That's awesome. That's funny. He's a British act, and he plays up the Britishness in
Well, he
as
is
the
Brit. Yeah,
Mandarin.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, so yeah, no, cool. I seriously
yeah.
didn't know. Thank you all for the information, man. I mean
I
that.
love Ben Kingsley. I think he is
I do
so
too. You
funny.
know,
I mean, I've never seen him in Gandhi. I imagine he's not funny in that,
it's
but
Maybe.
hilarious. Gandhi
maybe
is
it's
a
the funniest
freaking
Gandhi.
comic romp. Nobody does Gandhi funnier than Ben Kingsley.
Honestly,
Many have
though, like,
tried.
here's the thing, right? Like, I think part of like being good at like being a good person is being funny, right? Like being able to diffuse a situation with humor. I bet Gandhi was fucking hilarious.
I have no doubt. Yeah, I have
Like,
no doubt. You're probably
I bet
right.
he had like a couple of good zingers every dinner, you know?
You're like, yeah, Gandhi got jokes.
There
Right.
you go. Y'all, Anonymous just donated $100. We are at $1,198.
Oh,
That
Let's
means
go.
there are $52
To the goal.
until to the goal.
Steph, I saw your brain like short circuit. I'm
I
just
was
like, I don't
trying
know.
so hard.
I don't know if she's gonna get there. Like,
I got there. I got there. I did it.
according to Josh, Ben Kingsley and Gandhi will have your stomach aching
Oh no.
with laughter. Well,
Tony, hit
now
us with the tiebreaker.
with that, we're gonna move on. Ooh, is this it? All right, let me
Yeah.
scroll down. Let me scroll down. Let me find.
Gone with the Wind.
Oh no, we've passed that. I want. All right, I got to share this one. This
can we do
isn't for the
Steph's
game.
birth year?
This isn't for the game. If I have it, I didn't pull up every year. We can do Steph's birth year. Again, this is for fun. Doesn't count. I wanted to point out 1991 had JFK, Beauty and the Beast, the cartoon, the animated movie, and Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs historically destroyed everyone that year, but it was the first year, at least to my knowledge, that there was a full-length animated movie, and people were like, "Yo, Beauty and the Beast was really good though." So a few years later, well, quite a few years later, I think Shrek might have been nominated. And then eventually they made, and it might have been the Shrek year, they made the animated movie category because these animated movies kind of kept getting shafted. But yeah, Beauty and the Beast was the first to get that ball rolling. All right. Apparently we have reached our goal. Mike,
What?
can you check that?
Yeah, I will confirm this. Let's see. Let's go in here. Oh, it has not updated for me yet. We are still
Mm-mm.
at 1198.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep
I
an
will.
eye on it.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out.
All right, here's the tiebreaker, and then we can do Steph. Steph, you were born in 94, right? We're going with 1994. All right. This is a tough one. This is a great year for movies. This was like my pin, like I was so deep into this stuff. Shawshank Redemption. Which one of these won
Ooh.
the best picture? Shawshank Redemption, Pulp Fiction, or Forrest Gump? Keep in
But we
mind,
know if you watch InADDition, you know how
Yeah.
much Mike has watched Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I don't care if it won or not. Forrest got me through like 3 summers in a row with my sister's illegal cable box, and so I am ride or die with Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump, even though I know he didn't get it because of the joke that I made even just a little bit earlier in this, where like he started playing those Oscar picks to like try to win one. So I know it's not Forrest, but that's my pick anyway.
Will you read the list again?
of course, Shawshank Redemption,
Oh.
Pulp Fiction, or Forrest Gump. This is not to sway anyone. Just conversing. Shawshank Redemption, one of my favorites of all
Yeah.
time.
I'm gonna go with, even if it doesn't win, like I'm gonna go with Shawshank Redemption because it should have, if it didn't.
Can we just change the rules to what should have won? I'm gonna give point to
Shawshank
Steph
Redemption.
because
There you
Shawshank
go.
Redemption should have won, so she gets the
Pulp
point for
Fiction
that.
won?
It was Forrest Gump.
Was it
Oh.
really?
It was Forrest Gump.
But I thought,
Yeah.
because didn't he do
Best Picture.
Oh, right, not
Best
Best
Picture.
Actor.
He probably
Yep.
didn't win Best Actor.
No, he didn't. Because like when he won it for Castaway, that was like the big deal. Like, and that was why.
Shawshank. Morgan Freeman was robbed. Morgan Freeman was robbed a couple times. He was robbed. Believe it or not, he lost to Denzel in the Civil War movie that I can't remember the name of, and then he lost to Tom Hanks. And yeah, I just much prefer Shawshank.
There it is. There it is. Winton Bean with another $55 donation puts us at $12.53. We have unlocked secret evening stream. It's not quite late night, right? Because it's 10 to midnight. I guess it's late night for us olds.
I was gonna say it's late night for me.
But y'all youngins, this is just like regular night stream. Like,
I hope thank you everybody for giving. Seriously,
yes.
I hope we don't regret the evening portion. You know, like.
No, I'm sure it will be great. I'm sure whatever Phil is cooking up will be wild, but I'm sure it will be great.
Thank you all so much. We're not done. I know that sounded like
No.
I was starting to wrap it up, but thank you all so much for donating. This community means a lot to a lot of us, and to have all y'all support is very, very cool.
Last one I'm going to do for this game, and then we will chat about something else. 2004. We were just talking about this movie, ironically enough, on our show. Sideways went up against $1 Million Baby. $1 Million Baby, the boxing movie with directed by Clint Eastwood. Sideways, the wine movie.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna go with the wine movie.
Not drinking Merlot. Isn't that Sideways?
Did you watch?
Not yet. No, I was gonna watch it last night, and then why didn't I? Oh, I actually went out. I left the house. I know.
Oh,
I was like,
you went out before the basketball game,
Michael.
No, that's.
I know
tonight.
basketball is tonight.
I have plans
That's what I'm
tonight, but I did something also yesterday. It's so after this, so we're gonna wrap probably about 20 minutes. I gotta take a nap. I gotta do something because 2 nights of leaving the house and socializing. That's
How?
2 separate like outfits. I don't know. Actually, I could have just worn the same, but it wouldn't have worked because it was 2 different things. Yeah.
Tony, I'm shocked.
I am too. It wasn't by choice. I had already had the plans for tonight, and then something else came along, and I was like, you know what? we're gonna be crazy.
Tony,
So, what's up, Mike?
we're talking about the 2004 Best Picture.
Yeah, is that not the wine movie?
Well, you chose Sideways to like talk about instead of wasn't The Aviator around that time? Was that 2003 or 2005?
I don't know.
Or was that 2004?
All right, 2004. The entire list was $1 Million Baby, The Aviator, Finding
Okay.
Neverland, Ray, and Sideways. Yeah,
So
Sideways is the wine movie. Okay.
The Aviator was awesome.
Why did I talk about $1 Million Baby and Sideways? Is that your question? Well, two reasons. One, when I initially conceived this, I was only going to do two movies. I was going to do a versus. Like, was it this or this?
Sure.
And then as I started making the list, I'm like, oh, well, but that's a cool movie we could talk about. So then I completely blew my own concept out of the water. Sideways was because we were just talking about it, and Swan, who's on our regular show, does wine.
Yep.
And then
That's where she's at now.
$1 Million Baby was the one that actually won the Best Picture that year.
Mhm.
And your boy was in it doing background work. So it was an excuse to mention that again.
Oh.
You can't see me at all. But that's it. I just wanted to talk about. I wasn't in The Aviator. So
Okay. That makes sense.
that's it. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't remember.
But let's chat The Aviator. I actually love The Aviator.
Me too. I had no idea that Howard Hughes was so weird before The Aviator. And that really blew my mind.
I'm obsessed with, well, not obsessed. I'm fascinated by Howard Hughes as a borderline recluse. I'm like, yeah, no. And like, I was with Howard Hughes up until Pissing in Jars.
Sure.
And I was like, dude, come on, man. He basically locked himself in a room. He wouldn't even leave to use the restroom is where he got. And I'm not there yet. So, but otherwise, yeah, I love that. And I like Leo. I try not to love Leo. I love Leo. I've gotten over it. I just can't help it.
And like we were talking about earlier, there's a really good Simpsons episode that apes The Aviator, like almost shot for shot. It's really great. So that's how you know it's fantastic.
Hebe Buffet makes a good point. Too expensive of a baby.
$1 million. In this economy?
Have you seen these gas prices, folks?
That's pre-inflation baby dollars. 2004, $1 million baby? Like 2022, we're looking at least $1.5 million. Depending on where you live, could be 2 million. Easy.
Oh my god.
So we talked about this on our show, and then I will wrap this up. Last year's Oscars had Sound of Metal. I was mistaken. I had my timing off, and it lost to Nomadland, which I had not seen, but I heard really good things about. And a lot of people were like, oh, I got robbed, and I used to feel that way when I was younger, and then I was like, you know what? It's all garbage. All of it's crap, and these other movies should also be celebrated and seen. Don't not see the other ones. And then this year, we talked about it on our show, but Drive My Car is the front runner, which was an author. Mike, I think you're a big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Remind me the author.
Haruki Murakami.
Yes. So we will see. That is tomorrow night, folks. The 94th Academy Awards. Check them out if you're interested. Even if you don't care about movies, you can watch it for the first hour for the fashion. That's always fun. And then, yeah, check it out.
I love how like jazzed you are for the Oscars.
You know, I went through. I love it. Like I've
never seen you excited about anything. So like this is a big deal.
No, fair. For a while, like I said, that 94 maybe, like I was obsessed, like so in. And then I was like, man, all this is crap. How do you judge film? How is one movie better than another movie? Like I went through this whole crisis. And then once I accepted that, I was like, okay, I can enjoy the show for what it is, you know, and like, I don't care about the win. Every now and then, you know, I root for someone that I like, oh, I like this actor. I hope they win. But, you know, they're all good. They're all movies. You should watch them all if you have an interest. One's not a winner over the other, if you ask me. So yeah, I'll be.
Their moms are all proud of them.
I'll be. There you go. I'll be. I don't know. Maybe I'll be live tweeting it or something.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. All right, y'all. I've got some rapid fire top 3 lists to throw at you to bring out
boy.
to round out our stream. And chat, feel free to play along. I'm gonna name a category, and I want you to think about it as little as possible. Which for
Easy.
Got it.
I was gonna
For
say
us
like
two,
for the
simple.
2 of you, I'm doing this when Swan's not here because she and I both would spend like too much time thinking about it. But I can throw these at you. So, top 3 all time, no rules, TV shows.
Oh fuck.
Lost. Lost is number 1. Parks and Rec is number 2. And oh god, it's The Good Place. No. New Girl.
New Girl.
The Wire, The Simpsons, Taxi.
Wow.
Oh gosh, yes. For me, Lost, I Love Lucy, New Girl.
Oh fuck, I Love Lucy.
Yeah, I left honorable mention Cheers. That's why I was stressing. That's it. You were like having some fun ones. That
right?
gave me
Dick Van
heartburn.
Dyke Show, like.
Oh my god, Mary Tyler.
Yep.
Oh, okay. No, all right, we're done. Okay.
Yep, we're done.
All right.
Top 3.
Ew. I can't get into Schitt's Creek. Raging Lady Boner in chat says y'all sleeping on Schitt's Creek. I tried.
No, Schitt's Creek. She's not wrong.
It's very good.
It's hard for me to say that she's not wrong at all. Not top 3. I can't put it in my top 3, like all time top, but it is top tier.
It's so good.
I'm working without a doubt.
I'm working on new Alexis Shakespeare content. So la 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 la. Stay tuned.
PTM2 pod on
oh boy.
TikTok.
Top 3 places to visit in the world.
In the world?
Venice.
Yeah, that's on mine too. Because it's disappearing. Because it's gonna be like Atlantis one day.
Japan. I've been to Venice. I love Venice. I want to go back. I've never been to Japan. I want to see it for
is
the
this
first
places
time.
we've been or places?
No rules.
Hawaii.
Spain. That's a new one to my list because I've never been. I've been to other places in Europe, fortunately. Never been to Spain. And I'm like, I need to go to Spain. I keep hearing such great things about Spain.
Australia.
Oh, shit. I forgot about Australia exists.
So many spiders. For me, London. I can't wait to go to Sicily.
You have to
and
go,
yeah. And my like dream that I've never been to Sicily, but like my dream that I've never been to. It just went out of my head. Oh, Egypt.
You know what killed Egypt for me? Like,
what?
I was Mike, say that again.
I said the cradle of civilization. It's a great call.
I was obsessed with Egypt until, and I still want to go. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not going because of this. But then I saw a picture of the pyramids from the perspective of the pyramids, and there's a McDonald's, and I was like, "This really?" But I still got to go. I mean, it's
These
are tough. So I thought they were gonna be like,
honestly,
candies, like
candies. Nope.
Tony, when you go to Spain, like tell me first, and we'll go together.
Yeah,
because
I need a tour guide. You show me around, and you speak Spanish. Like you be my Sherpa? Isn't that a thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Top 3 sports teams.
New York Giants football, New York Knicks basketball, New York Yankees baseball.
Austin FC, the Boston Red Sox, and the U.S. men's national team.
For me, Austin FC, Gabriel Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron, and Irina Lobacheva and Ilya Averbuk.
Mike, that's what it is. I was just telling myself today. I was like, damn it. Like, I love both y'all, man. I always enjoy doing this. I was like, there's something about Mike freaking constantly pisses me off. It's the Red Sox thing. I didn't know. I should have known. I mean, it makes perfect sense. But now I know for like, there it is. Okay. That's what's the Red Sox thing.
To be
Those
fair, Tony,
mofos.
I grew up rooting for Mike Greenwell and Mo Vaughn and like the corpse of David Cohn. Like I grew up in a time where like playing for the Red Sox was not a guaranteed playoffs situation. It was not a guaranteed World Series the way that it has been. Like the last 20 years have been incredible for us. I grew
I have
up
no
in a
doubt. I
very
have no
different time
doubt
for that, right?
you
Like,
weren't like riding them or anything. It's just, there's just something that, I have a, I like to actually decorate. Like I decorated my bedroom, but believe it or not, I have a
cool.
picture.
They don't let me in the prison planet.
I have a picture. It was a gift from my dad of Mariano Rivera, Jeter, and J-Lo's
Yes.
ex.
All the
A-Rod all together, in their pinstripes.
that makes sense. All the Atlanta Braves famous players. Of course you would, Tony.
My parents are from Jersey, and I grew up watching that. That's the only reason. Like, not even that tied. Like, oh, my dad liked it, so that's why I like it. In chat, Germany, I've been. I used to live there, fortunately, and I loved it. I'd recommend Germany. All right, what's next?
All right, you want an easy one?
Yes.
Here's an easy one. Top 3 superheroes.
Oh, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Cap.
Iron Man, Silver Surfer. I'm literally like looking around. Like I know those two. Iron Man, Silver Surfer were the go-to. You know what? I'm gonna cheat. No rules. Fantastic Four as a title.
Wow, that's bullshit. That's 4.
Okay.
All right, then
I'll allow it.
Then Mr. Fantastic,
Mr.
Reed
Bombastic.
Richards.
Ew.
Because I like Fantastic Four. He leads a Fantastic Four. We'll go with that. We'll go with Reed Richards.
Ant-Man.
He's the worst Fantastic Four member.
Still the leader.
Yeah, but he's the worst one. That's like saying Cyclops is your favorite X-Man. No one would fucking
I'm
do
sorry.
that.
I didn't know we were giving
Ant-Man?
feedback here. Like
Ant-Man.
Uh-huh.
Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm. Two Ant-Man.
Why all of a sudden I had this in my head and then it went away once you two started bickering. Ant-Man.
We got that one.
Battinson.
Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
Okay.
And Black Panther.
Nice. So that was 4 Ant-Men.
Yep.
You need 4 Ant-Man to make a regular man. 4 Ant-Men count as one superhero.
I'll take 4 Paul Rudds. I'm good with that. Anytime.
I would take 4 Paul Rudds.
You know what?
Top 3 roles Paul Rudd has played.
Ooh.
Honestly,
Oyster smiling. The stupid bit from Tim and Eric where he is like in the computer room and he prints out a picture of himself smiling.
Yep.
His name in that is Oyster.
Got it.
So him. And then I Love You Man.
Yep.
And it's got to be Scott Lang, right? Like he's so good.
Yep.
I'm struggling. I don't know, man. I did love Scott Lang. I gotta throw that out there. Can I count? Yeah, I'm counting it. No, oops, sorry. I'm counting it. No rules. Favorite Paul Rudd role was him as a guest on Conan O'Brien. I'm counting that.
Good
He
call,
has a credit for it in IMDb.
Yep.
Good call.
Oh, and wasn't he in Anchorman?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Anchorman. Well, didn't he have the Sex Panther? Was that Paul Rudd?
Yes. So I am going to go with Chuck from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, nice.
What was the name of? No, that's not. What was his name in Clueless?
I got a fun fact. Oh, that was good.
Oh.
It's Paul Rudd from Clueless.
Sonny.
He's Paul Rudd in everything.
From Clueless. I don't know why I don't know why it's not showing. Oh, Josh. And then I want to pick Paris from Romeo and Juliet, but I have to pick Ant-Man.
Can we talk about the fact that he has a first name in Romeo and Juliet and it's called Dave?
Yeah, Dave Paris.
Dave Paris.
And they just the one nice thing that Baz Luhrmann does is forget or conveniently leave out the fact that Paris dies in Romeo and Juliet. Spoiler alert.
Wow.
Paul Rudd was in that.
Yeah, he's Paris. He's meant to marry Juliet.
I don't remember that at all. I remember obviously Leo, Leguizamo, and the dude from Lost.
Yeah, Michael. Or Harold Perrineau.
Yes. Guys, here's something. Did you know in 2015, I feel like you have to have known this, but I didn't. I just learned this now. In 2015, your boy Paul Rudd was the voice of Mr. Prince in a new version of The Little Prince.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Wait. He was...
Mm-hmm.
So it was The Little Prince, the Netflix movie that came out in 2015, was incredible for the first 3 quarters of it.
And then
God, that hurts me to hear. Oh,
the ending was
sucks.
Horrible.
Was it that bad, or was it? Hey, Swan's here. What's up, Swan? Was it that bad, or was it you guys are very close to the source and it just wasn't right?
It's hot trash.
It's impossible to judge. I would want someone objectively watching it to be able to make that distinction.
Gotcha.
But
Mike's saying it was just that bad.
Dude.
I think it was just that bad, and I've had like kids who've watched it who have like not liked it, but
I just hate that's the worst. I've seen plenty of bad movies, bad TV shows, whatever. Fine. There's something about them and their badness that's enjoyable as an experience one time. But that roller coaster ride of like, yo, we are into this, and then
and it hits such a natural like ending. It's perfect.
And they just kept going.
The movie is perfect. It ends, and then it keeps going. And you're like, why are you still going? The ending, like, you missed it. You missed you
missed your exit.
Yeah, honestly, that's how it felt. Like, have you ever been to like a long form improv show where you're like, oh, that's the button, right? Like that is the
you start
end
clapping,
of the show.
You're like, aha.
Yes. Oh my fucking God. That was the mesh. Oh no. And then it like ruins, like it makes the rest of the night feel like a fucking waste. That's how it feels watching that movie.
Okay. I'm going to bring us back together.
Specific pain.
But like, it's the only one that I know, like, that can describe exactly how that feeling is, because it's like
AI with Haley Joel Osment. I love to death, and it does the same thing. There's a reason for it. I'm not going to get into it, but it hits the ending, and then Steven Spielberg decided, no, I want more, and you get that awkward 15 minutes of like, yo, can we go now? Steph, you were saying.
I just want to wrap it up. We got 6 minutes left. I've got one more very, very important top 3. This is super important. I don't want you to think about it too hard, but I do need you to know that your answers will directly affect my life.
Before you read them, we are at 13:03 now. Tim Lowe, another $50 donation. Thank you so much, Tim. This is awesome. I want to keep going. Like, I don't know what the end goal should be for this. I want to see us hit $2,000 today. I think that would be amazing. I'm throwing it out there as like I bet we can't but I also know that you can. So tiny.cc/Sonata, all lowercase. Give money, help Craig, show appreciation for the memory of someone who in our community was always supporting us and always like driving really, really fun times with us. Let's make this a party today, y'all. Sorry, Steph.
No,
Well, no,
speaking of
I wanted
party.
to end with that because now this is stupid.
No, it's not stupid. You'll end on a high. Speaking of party, we're done, right? But that's good. You got us out of the way early. There's stuff all day. 2:00
All
coming
day.
up in like 2 minutes. Minecraft. There's a Minecraft stream. So just hang out, go refill your coffee or snack or whatever you got to do, and then come on back and hang out. I know some of us will probably still be here as well, chilling in the chat. So Steph, no pressure. What
Top
do you
3
got?
things that I should eat for lunch.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
That
good
is
one.
a good one.
One, leftover pizza. I know you got some somewhere.
No, none.
No, we
but
got
that's a good
leftover
one.
Indian.
Oh,
I don't have
that's
leftover
good.
Indian.
Okay,
Only you have leftover Indian.
One, leftover pizza. 2, Hungry Root. Have you guys tried Hungry Root? It's a pretty good
How
meal
do we mute
service.
Tony? How do
Drop
we mute
your
Tony?
drop your code, Tony.
He's got a tone. No.
Grilled cheese.
Oh, always good. What do I want for lunch? That's a good question. Guys, I'm sponsored by McDonald's. Oh, I just had McDonald's. I can't have it again. But McDonald's, some fries and a soda. Man, look, it was a late night last night. I stopped and grabbed a soda and a couple nuggets. Get off my back.
Tony. You've been doing so good.
You're not wrong. Nuggets. That's my McDonald's. That's my third one. Leftover pizza, Hungry Root, McDonald's.
All right. So I got grilled cheese so far.
This is food, Mike. Okay.
Yep. No, I know. Let's do chicken fajita tacos. And third thing, P. Terry's. P. Terry's is a local burger spot. It's real good.
P. Terry's sounds like great. I'm going to go with fried chicken sandwich from Tumble 22, Arby's curly fries dunked in vodka, and pizza.
It's so much fun. Seriously. This is a
blast. Thank you so much for being here.
This has been awesome.
It's been amazing. We're going to put this link up one more time.
Keep it up.
I cannot believe how lucky I am to have gotten to drive the Goblins and Growlers car for the morning. Didn't crash anything. Feels pretty good.
Yeah. Lost Limey says Spanish rice, which also would take that. Anything in rice you can give me and I will eat the heck out of. Maybe Chewy's.
Right, you ain't going nowhere.
That's true. I'm going to get a COVID, I'm going to get the official COVID test from one of the drive-through clinics so that I can have it on my permanent record.
Well,
hey, I hopefully it comes up negative, man.
I mean, it won't. I took 2 of the at-home tests and they both came up super positive.
Lost Limey recommends some foods that Steph can slide under the door for you. So
a lot of flatbreads.
We'll put some naan under there for you. Oh, you know what? You know what I want for lunch? I want halal. What's it called? Halal pizzazz.
I can't remember what it's called. There's a food truck outside of the stadium that is so good. Tony, when y'all come to visit, we'll
make a list. Take you. Yeah, I want. And there was a donut place you guys were talking about where Steph was gonna go get you all donuts, but you guys were already there. There was a story once of some.
Yes,
it was kolaches.
Yeah, that I want that. Yes. I don't remember what it is, but I want that.
We'll definitely do that. Y'all, if you had fun with us and this is your first time watching InADDition, come hang out every other Wednesday night on twitch.tv/InADDpod. We would love to have you around. We basically do this show a little less chaotic, sometimes a little bit more chaotic, but 150% more Swan than you got today. So
thank goodness.
Honestly.
All right, y'all. We are going to hand it over to the next group, but it was a pleasure. Y'all are incredible. Thank you so much for helping us hit that goal. Keep donating.
Yeah, keep donating all day.
All day.
Tiny.cc/Sonata lowercase.